let's talk about civil liability for DUI cases.
And those are big words, civil liability for DUI cases. What does that mean?
Occasionally I use big words. So what it means is when somebody drinks and drives, gets into an accident, we already know that you can be prosecuted criminally for it, but on the civil side, you may have financial responsibilities for that are beyond kind of the actual kind of car accident case where the insurance company comes in and pays whatever money they deem the case is worth. You can actually have what's called punitive damages or be responsible for punitive damages, and those are outside of the insurance policy a way to punish you because your actions were so kind of careless and such disregard to the safety of the community. So that's the concept behind it. It's damages that insurance doesn't cover and you're going to be responsible for.
And that punishment element of the case, the punitive element of the case, it's important to know that you can't just, when you file the lawsuit, you can't plead a claim for that punitive money, that punishment money. You actually have to ask the court to allow you to plead that type of claim. Typically, in a DUI case, they're almost always granted where the court allows you to make that claim. And the punitive or punishment award in the case can be whatever the jury decides the amount of money to compensate you for the act that the person perpetrated. So it's really random. It could be anywhere from $100 to $1 million. Just depends on how egregious the jury deemed the action of drinking and driving to be.
And those damages phase of the case on the punitive part is usually done separately, and it's determined based upon kind of your capacity or ability to pay. So what would be punitive for Donald Trump would be different than what's punitive to me. Maybe $10,000 punishes me. It's not supposed to bankrupt you, but $1 billion might punish Donald Trump.
And the one thing I do see with these cases, even though insurance typically, sometimes it does, but typically does not cover punitive damages, that it usually does increase the value of the case to a degree because the insurance companies do not want to see their policyholders exposed personally outside the limits of the insurance. Not always, but most of the time it does help to get a case resolved.
Puts pressure on the case and risk on the case, and that's what tends to move cases towards resolution.